We're here with Kevin Bacon. Kevin, my son's a big fan. You eating all right? He has a fashion show and he's just asking daddy questions.
No. Dude, that's so good.
This is a HeadGum podcast.
Dynamic banter. Mike and Steve are gonna do bits and have some fun. Dynamic banter. Honking horns and ringing bells and making good. Dynamic banter. Don't forget the history road on Dynamic banter.
Hey guys, Mike and I have been talking for about 2.5 hours, so this podcast should be pretty good.
What if we both got tired at the same time?
Our
what
tires
else?
have synced up.
We start the podcast and we both say, what else? What else? Dude,
guys.
imagine we're lucky enough to have a fan or a couple fans who get this on Spotify or wherever, and they press play and they're like, I fucking waited for this all week. This is my favorite day. Friday's my favorite day because there's a new
And I've had
Dynamic
such a rough week, and I just want to laugh.
Yeah, I've been stuck in my house. The weather's been bad. I just want all of this to end, but it's no matter what, before or after a pandemic, Friday is Dynamic Banter Day. And this is my fucking favorite. And then they press play.
What else? What else?
Okay, I forgot what I was gonna say.
There are those episodes that start off super high energy and are like, welcome to the show, guys. And then there's ones that are like, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dynamic Banter.
Yeah. Or they just start off with a song or a body of water.
Right. Maybe a brook.
But we have a fun one today, man.
We do have
Today's
a fun
about
one.
you.
Yeah. Only you.
Only you. And you know who I'm talking to.
Only you.
Good note, Steve.
Thanks, man.
We're reading your Dynamic Roads today.
Have you ever seen the Bruce Springsteen band?
E Street Band?
Yeah.
Yeah. In person?
I think Have you ever seen him? Have you ever seen the E Street Band just out and about?
In Best Buy.
Yeah. One time I saw the E Street Band at the Fisherman's Wharf.
That's nice. They do hang out there as a
They
team.
were just walking around up and down. But you know that there's that guy, what's his name? It's like,
Hey, Steve.
yeah.
I hate to cut you off, but one time I saw Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band at Best Buy.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what? It's the boss. What are you doing? He's like, on the TV. And I said, you got a pretty big house. How many TVs you going to get? He goes, 2, 3, 4.
Did you get a performance?
No, he just yelled that.
Oh yeah, he can and he does.
Yeah.
Do you know who Steven Van Zandt is?
Is that the guy from The Sopranos?
Yes.
Yeah, with the bandana.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to make a Stevie Van Zandt joke because I'm wearing the bandana exactly.
Mexican Stevie Van Zandt. Dude, you look more like if Cheech and Chong were the same person. But I don't hate the bandana look. It's very mach man.
I like it. I like it. I have no shame for it, but it's such a it's like not folded like one. It's like a little bit bigger, and it's like the patterns are not as bandana-esque.
Dude, it fit, and we're all in this pandemic. But you're wearing a bandana like that fits your personality to the point where, one, it's not the first time you've done it in front of me.
Certainly not.
And I don't think it's out of place at all.
I also don't think it's out of place or anything, but I really looked at myself a second ago and was just like, I'm this guy.
That's a good visual bit.
I'm this guy today.
Wow, I see wearing a bathroom tile as a ring.
This is
Dude,
a
that guy's
still from
fucking great.
Pirates of the Caribbean 6.
Pirates of Staten Island.
Curse of the Haunted Guitar.
That guy was great on The Sopranos.
Dude, he's so good. What was his name? Sil?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
He was the one that
I
was
think
always
so.
like this. He's like a Muppet.
He looked like a Dick Tracy villain almost.
Yes, yes. So anyway, guys, welcome to the show. Today we're going to be reading your history roads, just like Mike said, just reiterating that. And we're going to have a great time. Because, you know, we haven't done it in a bit. We just like stopped doing history road altogether.
And I don't like that. But we've always had some sort of history, something. It just changed forms for a couple shows.
Yes. So we're just going to jump right in. Everything's great, you know? We're having a great time. We'll tangent, you know? We'll talk about this at some point.
That's so good. Just the process of knowing that you have that saved. It was enough for me just now.
Mike, I loved that post. Mike
there's so many more.
Really?
Many more of my friends from Connecticut are finding and sending me pictures.
Yeah.
Because that was a good time for them.
I like that this is like a sort of like an unofficial series you've been doing for quite a while, where you'll take a picture of yourself and roast yourself.
Yeah. 13 jokes do that.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
The one that I just popped up on the screen, if you're on youtube.com/dynamic banter, where you can watch Mike and I do dynamic banter and then participate with the fun bits, like me pulling pictures up and Mike pulling his penis out at random times and using it to call 911 on his iPhone.
I call it my cancel stick.
Remember that one time you played Flappy Bird with your penis on Dynamic Banter?
On that episode of Nick Arcade.
But anyway, yeah, watch the video because you'll see a funny image that Mike posted of himself on Instagram. How old were you in that photo?
I was trying to figure that out the other day. I think I was maybe like 19 or something. 18 or maybe 17.
Dude, I was like, if that's your 17, then you and I looked exactly the same.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
That's where I was.
I was really trying to figure that because I think that was like home from college, maybe.
Yeah.
Sophomore year or freshman year.
It's crazy that you hung out with John Cena. Is that him right there next to you?
It does look like John Cena. Dude, that's my friend Matt. And we used to play street hockey together. Mm-hmm. And all the other kids who we played with would just be blades and stick and not even a helmet. But I had like shoulder pads. I had shoulder pads, so I would wear shoulder pads and just wreck everybody else. Throw them up against fences and stuff. And they were like, we're just hanging out.
We're having fun, man.
And then this other guy, Jeff, ended up like working for the FBI or something like that. But what I remember about Jeff is he was always super smart, super funny, super athletic, but he had abs. In like 5th grade, he had abs.
Whoa. Dude,
because he was like gymnastics dude. Yeah, he was that guy.
Damn, ab fab.
Yeah, and there I am in that picture. I'm trying to choke him out so I could take his powers.
You wanted his abs.
I wanted his abs. That's a triangle choke.
You thought that if you squeezed your arm around him hard enough, you could squeeze out some abs for yourself.
I said, I bet if I finish this whole pizza next to Jeff, I'll get his abs.
So is that what you're holding in your hand? You can't see it in this picture, but are you holding a slice of pizza?
I was trying to figure it out, and of course, high definition wasn't available at the time. So it's either, what it looks like to me is either almost gone pizza, which is gross but fitting, or an empty cupcake wrapper.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which is just as fitting.
I wish you guys could see it. Ryan can pop up the full image in this part so you can see it. Ryan can.
/Ryan.
But I think it's so funny because you were really roasting yourself and there's some good zingers in there.
So easy.
I mean, come on. I was that guy. So those were very relatable things.
Everyone had a roastable time of their life. I encourage everyone to go back and find pictures of themselves at their most roastable times.
Speaking of roastables, Mike, did you ever toast them or did you eat them right out of the package? All right, let's get started with this fucking shit, huh? That's the earliest we've ever played this song.
Yeah, it's like it's a mistake, like you hit the button by mistake.
Right. It's a bit.
Here it comes. Hit him with that slide. And we're back.
All right, guys, let's jump right in. There's plenty of them. We're on no shortage of history roads from y'all.
Hey, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Last week, my dad watches this show. So, hello, Dad. Last week, my dad said I looked disheveled on the show. So I made sure I took a shower. So my dad isn't worried about me.
I can't wait to hear what your dad thinks how your dad thinks you look this week.
And we will.
Well, yeah, you gotta update us, Mr. Falzone. Please give us your weekly fashion assessment of Mike Falzone's status.
Welcome back to Fashion Tips with John.
Well, he looked disheveled.
You okay?
John's here on the red carpet at the Oscars. Now, what'd you think about Claire Danes' dress?
Hey, I'm John. I'm here with Jessica Alba. Jess, you all right? Your eyes look weird.
Getting enough sleep, Jess?
Yeah, that's what he would. We're here with Kevin Bacon. Kevin, my son's a big fan. You eating all right? He has a fashion show, and he's just asking Dad questions.
No. Dude, that's so good.
He's on the red carpet, and he's like, and I'm here with Hey, Fox, Vivica, you feel a little hot.
You wouldn't mind putting this thermometer in your mouth, would you?
Vivica, we've got some bread at the house. We're never going to eat all this bread. Would you like some bread?
Oh, Jennifer Lawrence, you're looking great. Very cute, adorable. I've got a jacket here because it's a little cold. So,
just the nicest dad shit.
Dude, that's such a great idea. Someone should do that.
Yeah, red carpet dad.
Red carpet dad, and then he gives everybody a jacket who looks like they're just not wearing enough clothes.
Yeah.
He just has endless jackets to hand off to.
And we're here with James Franco. James is looking a little tired. James, what time did you go to bed last night?
James, you don't drink caffeine, do you? I love it. I love it so much. Oh. Thanks for talking to us,
we're
Jennifer Lawrence.
Seth Rogen. We're here with Seth Rogen. Seth, you smoking dope? You doing dope?
All right, Seth. How high are you right now?
I mean, I could tell by your eyes. I'm looking in your eyes. You think I don't know?
And thanks for talking to us, Jennifer Lawrence. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. Thank you. You're a sweetheart. Also, before you go, I've got a Nature Valley bar here, and you should just in case you get a little hungry during the show.
Oh, man. Fun. Lots of fun.
Our first history road, we're going from newest to oldest, so if we don't get to you, we'll probably never get to you again. Caitlin Betts sends an HH, an HR, an HH, a history ham.
History hose.
Let me have some of my fresh cold piss.
What are you drinking right there? It does look like piss.
Fresh cold piss out of a Kinky Boots cup.
I would rather drink cold piss, I think, than hot piss.
I prefer the cold beverage to the hot beverage anyway. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay, in case you want to send anything to the Valleyfolk.
In case you guys were
PO box
wondering what to get us for Christmas.
What'd you get? Piss.
Caitlin Betts sends an email saying Heathcliff content.
I already love it.
Hello, boys. I don't know how much time you spend thinking about Heathcliff these days, but I found these videos that may make you smile slightly while we all suffer indoors. Enjoy.
Put it on the big screen, Steve.
I'd love to. Let's put it on the board. Okay, so they're TikToks. So let's see. Can I see these on a computer?
5 times Heathcliff was just too relatable. Number 1, the time when he had a sandwich for lunch and it flew out of his lunchbox because it had wings, and the guy he was with said, "I prefer whole wheat." Number 2, the time he had a serious meat tooth, so he got a parasail and went straight to the meat store. Number 3, the time he threw a bunch of hot dog rolls off of the roof to signify that the grill is officially open. Number 4, the time 2 of him fought 2 dogs at church, and the pastor said, "I'm going to need a bigger Bible, I guess, so he could hit the dogs with the Bible." And number 5, the time he had a ham party with ham hats and a ham flag, and his dad came home and was so happy to have a ham party with Heathcliff. Thank you. 5 times.
I love that.
Fuck, that's
great.
so good. And there's another one.
Who made those?
This person, well, actually, I'm not sure. I'll once it opens up here, I'll let you know. I'll tell you.
Times Heathcliff.
Mr. Wallet is his name on TikTok.
How often do you think about Heathcliff?
You know, I actually brought up Heathcliff quite recently and a few times.
Yeah, it's not never.
It's not
often, but it's not never.
Well, for me right now, I have definitely mentioned Heathcliff more than I ever have this past year.
Resurgence.
Because nobody talks about Heathcliff. Nobody gives a shit about Heathcliff, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you know, with all the movie Cats stuff that came out, for some reason it all led down to Heathcliff, and
man.
And I remember mentioning, we were talking about Garfield, and then whenever you talk about Garfield at great lengths,
you got to talk about bootleg
someone
Garfield.
Brings up Heathcliff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the imposter.
Can I be honest? And this might be a hot take. I think I liked.
Let me go put on oven mitts.
I think I liked Heathcliff more than the Garfield and Friends.
Is that right?
I think so.
What? Can you give a specific reason?
Not really.
I don't remember. I could tell you Garfield hijinks. I don't remember one thing Heathcliff ever did, except for be an asshole.
I think he's but he's like the good guy, because there's like those gross alley cat guys that were like an asshole to him.
Yeah. Okay.
I just remember Garfield being like incredibly PG or incredibly G, and Heathcliff to me seemed PG.
Yeah. Remember that episode where after the ham party he bought a lot of hookers?
Remember that episode where his friend OD'd on heroin in the alley?
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to this guy, Mr. Wallet. He's talking about Heathcliff. He says, times Heathcliff was just too relatable.
Times Heathcliff was just too relatable. Part 2. Number 6. The time a gorilla with garbage cans chased him and his friends while they danced because they were so happy about it. Number 7. The time he killed a dog with a rock that shot out of his belly button. Number 8. The time he threw a squirrel to his brother that had just gotten out of jail. Number 9, the time that he carved some faces into some lemons and nobody bought them because he advertised them as limes. And number 10, the time that he watched from a tree while his robot took a bath because he's a little robot pervert. Times Heathcliff.
Dude, so relatable, dude.
So Caitlin says, I swear to God, the link is just TikTok and not a virus and or porn. But if you want a link to either of those things, please let me know.
Heathcliff fanfic.
Thank you, Caitlin, and definitely check out Mr. Wallet, MisterWallet on TikTok.
Super fucking funny.
It's very
and
funny.
I just yesterday I was randomly watching. I don't even know how it came up. I've been looking at a lot of like video game YouTube channels recently.
Uh-huh.
And there's this dude, this British guy who plays VR games, but he just titles them like an idiot. There's that Rocky game, and he's like an idiot challenges Rocky Balboa or something like that.
That's good.
And he's so funny. He's so funny.
He's just playing a dumb person.
Yeah, he just he cuts it up and he makes comments, and he does things with the VR hands.
Yeah,
and it's just like super fun. I watched a bunch of
what's it called?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Well, you can send it to me and we'll know about it. We don't have to share it with anybody else.
Yeah, that should just be a
that was just
content creators should be secretly appreciated.
Can you give Mike and I a minute? We're just going to talk about some funny shit we like.
I'm sorry. I thought she has she helped us discover a TikTok person. So I was
I see. Yeah, you wanted to share the love.
Yeah.
Well, I got to see it because I love good funny VR content. Because
I fucked it up, I said.
This next history road comes from Tyler Hajdu, and he says there's a quick on break blank is my favorite blank. Maybe he meant a quick one. Hey, BB boys, Steve.
How did it come out?
Please scream it. What? Steve, please scream it and Mike uncomfortable. Don't tell him.
Drunk?
Don't tell him I said that.
My guess is so drunk.
I love you both, you funny boys. So while on break at my terrible gas station job, how come this is all going well, but the start was like...
I never know how to start these things.
I never know how to start these things.
Once we get into it, I'll be all right.
I got to get over the hump, and then you'll get into it. So while on break at my terrible gas station job...
Dude, this is like when somebody has a lisp or a stutter, and then when they sing a song, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, exactly. While on break at my terrible gas station job as a sweetened and ripened young boy, I got on break to see a picture my friend sent me of a rather flat mouse.
Okay.
I immediately asked her, is that a smashed mouse? Then realizing my brilliance, I doubled up with Smashed Mouse is my favorite band from Shrek who made that and It Don't Stop Coming song.
Dude, that's a case where the poor writing almost makes the joke way better.
Exactly.
And I enjoyed all of that.
I love you boys and keep it up, Tyler.
Remember when Smash Mouth wrote that song about not being able to stop coming?
That guy that's chronically cannot stop coming.
Yeah.
He wrote that song. Kara Fletcher sends a History Road saying, History Road, old Disney things, Steve. Was that like your way of trying to catch my attention or something?
Old Disney things. Right now, like, I'm super interested, and Steve is like, this I could either take or leave this one. Steve, you listening?
Well, Mike, you did go on Rise of the Resistance, and I still have not been able to go on that ride. So as it stands, you are technically the bigger Disney fan right now.
I'm a big Disney head.
Sup, BBBBB boys. This is a lee bit long, but I think it's worth it.
Get out of the
way. I recently had a faint childhood memory resurface during a shift at work when my manager played the Celebration song from back in the day over the speakers. What?
Celebration song.
There must be a Celebration song. Oh, I see. She even capitalized it. So, man, this is a deep Disney head we're talking to here. Sorry, I have to switch on my Disney nerd switch. From 19
Does
years...
she mean happy birthday?
There's a celebration. There was a show called Celebration. And I think it's Disney World, maybe?
Okay.
And Or maybe it is still going on, but it's a Disney World thing. And so she said...
Celebration Good Times Come On by Casey and the JoJo
That's the
Band.
one. That's the one. But she said she heard it on the speakers at her work. And so anyway, she says, I'm 19 years old, turning 20 in November, but I'm old enough to remember using VHS tapes as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to go away. People are going to be like, what the fuck is a VHS? People are going to look at VHS tapes the way that we looked at 8-track tapes.
Yeah, like how did those even work?
Right. What do you put that in? That's so big. The movie's on this?
Why did a VCR take up 300 square feet of your living room?
When my dad showed me an 8-track tape for the first time, I was like, all of Queen is in this giant thing?
How many of your friends did it take to carry this out of the store?
Anyway, my favorites included, but were not limited to, the Disney Robin Hood cartoon with all the animals. Thank you for saying the one with all the animals, because I wasn't sure which cartoon Robin Hood Disney movie we're talking about.
The one where the fox robs the wealthier fox?
The original Jungle Book movie, classic.
The one with the mostly animals.
I'm sensing a theme here.
The one with mostly utensils. Utensils and a beast.
What's that Disney cartoon with all the furniture? And they're all like doing this.
Hairball and Pots seduce a princess.
What's that one where the teapot gives the lady advice? Anyway, she said a couple of tapes of something I recently remembered called Disney Sing-Along Songs. And
I remember that.
And Mickey's Fun Songs. Hey, all right, guys. Time for a meeting. We're putting together the next Disney sing-along tape.
Yeah, keep it going.
We put out Disney sing-along songs. It's a hugely successful series. Our quarter was up. Look at these numbers, you guys. Everyone look at them. Give yourselves a pat on the back. All right, we got a new one coming, but we're thinking of spicing it up a little bit. We want to change the name of the series from the very succinct Disney's sing-along songs. Does anybody have any ideas? Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's stupid.
No, it's not. And nothing.
No.
Listen, there's no wrong answers here.
I don't want to say. Go to somebody else.
We're all just spitballing.
Please go to somebody else.
All right. Well, I don't want you to feel bad. Listen, you could say anything you want, like Mickey's Fun Songs. Hold on a minute. What did you just say?
Hey, Bob. Are you fucking with me, dude?
Did you just fucking come up with literally the most perfect title to a Disney property I've ever heard in my life? Look at me, I'm hard.
Bob, are you fucking my ass with a title like that?
You just whip out this big ass meaty title and you slam it down onto the table and you expect us to not be drooling over here?
Are the cops busting down the door? Because I thought we were at a theme park and we weren't allowed to fuck each other's ass.
Hold on a second. Beep, Diane, call 911. We've got a fire in here.
Diane, Bob's fucking my ass. Get in here.
Get the cops in here because Bob's fucking me in the ass with this title.
The cops come in like, all right, what's the problem? We gotta call some kind of disturbance. Anyone want to clear up what's going on here?
Officer, yes, gladly. We're all sitting here coming up with new titles for this sing-along Disney tape that everybody will love. And Bob comes over here. Bob rips my pants off.
Is that when Bob... That's all we need, sir. Bob, go ahead and stand up, turn around.
What's good? What? I put your hands behind your back, sir. And then the next day, an email goes out to everyone, and it says, "Don't bother coming in. We have the perfect title. We've got our art team on it. Mickey's Fun Songs is going to sweep the nation." But anyway, she says that Mickey's Fun Songs were basically 30-minute collections of different songs being sung by Disney characters. The ones where the cast members wear suits. Oh, no. They're wearing their suits? The Mickey outfits from the theme park? Without the moving mouth and the big unblinking eyes?
They're just wearing the hats? Or they're just wearing the...
They're like...
They're in the studio, but they're just like normal person. They're wearing a suit.
It's a small world after all. It's a small... the biggest...
That's terrifying.
That's terrifying.
That's terrifying.
It says, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say what, but you know what I mean. What?
Are we in too deep right now?
The celebration song is on Mickey's Fun Songs. And that is... and that is... and that is always the first thing I think of when I hear that song. So after a quick Google search, I found the Disney sing-along songs, and as soon as it started, I knew Steve had to know about this. If he didn't already. Maybe not because he's got the real deal in his home state. But I've lived in Illinois all my life, and it was the most of the Disney parks I had ever seen as a child. In case you're wondering, the song selection for these videos includes The Great Outdoors, Whistle While You Work, Step in Time. Love some Step in Time.
Step in Time was the one by Semisonic.
That's a bop. Yeah, that's the one. Step in Time. Main Street USA. Zippity Doo Dah. Rumbly in My Tumbly. It's a Small World.
Did Disney do Skeeter on My Peter, or was that somebody else?
That was the Butthole Surfers. Grim Grinning Ghost. Okay, so she sent me links to these things, but I don't know if we can't listen to this, right? We're gonna get dinged on YouTube.
No, we absolutely can't.
But we will check them out, and we got a fun bit out of it, so that made this fucking 3-hour long email worth it, Kara. So
that's
thank
great.
you for
that sounds like something that'll be fun for you specifically.
No. You know you would laugh at this shit.
I love most of the bops you read off.
She says enjoy and thanks for being you and staying consistent during this crazy time. Your podcast, DB, Valleycast, and what the hell is WTOP?
Welcome to our podcast.
There it is. I have not seen it acronymized.
I love how you said that with such disdain.
What the fuck is WTOP?
What's this other horse shit? That's my wife's business you're talking about.
Your podcast have helped me through some tough times with my anxiety and depression. This girl's pretty cool. In my first year of college.
Oh, congratulations.
And I can't thank y'all enough for that. Kara Marie. P.S. We also had E.T. on VHS when I was a kid, and I didn't even know we had it until I was 7 or 8. That was a good P.S. Oh shit, I forgot. God damn it. One last thing. I had E.T. when I was a kid and I didn't even know it.
Anyway, I'm gonna get going.
Mary Jo Barger says, a fun find. Hello, Mike and Steve. I was recently reading about...
Be the judge of that.
I was recently reading... Actually, you know what? Let's do ads, because we're at 34. We're at 34 minutes.
Saying something shitty and then immediately cutting it off.
It's a cliffhanger.
Fine? Yeah, I doubt it. Anyway.
Yeah. We're going to... Moving on.
Holy shit. We'll get to it. We'll get right to it.
Let's do the ads, because we're at 30 minutes, and then we'll get right back to it. We're on the edge of our seat.
And I love it.
Squarespace, what's up? We love you. We love Squarespace. Mike Falzone doubly so, because his website.
Yeah.
He's got a double love for Squarespace.
I've got a double love for Squarespace, and I'm not afraid to show who knows it.
Or use it.
I'm not afraid to use it every day of my professional career.
Guys, what can you do with Squarespace, though, for those of you that do not understand the majesty in this?
Steve,
yeah.
If you want, you could create a beautiful website.
Oh!
Okay, you can create a living, breathing portfolio for your work.
That's what it's
You're
for.
some kind of artist. All right, a landing page for maybe your wedding or something that you sell. Maybe you don't have a brick and mortar store in these trying times with the stock piano music and all the commercials have them. But you could sell things to people online through your store and their marketplace, Squarespace. And also, right out of the box, without you having to do much at all, beautiful templates to work from, so you know it's going to look good right off the bat. If you have a problem, 24/7 customer service. Steve?
Great job, Mike. That was wonderful.
That's all I remember. Steve, back to you.
Speaking of, Brick and Mortar's new season is pretty good. But Mike really summed it all up, you guys. They are really known for all of those things. The 24/7 award-winning customer support. You can call anytime. The built-in search engine. All that stuff that Mike was talking about. We love it. We stand by it. And if you're thinking of starting a website in any way, or if you want to just, see what it's like to, even if we've all got a lot of free time. If you're like, I wonder what goes into making a website and how easy it is. Well, go to squarespace.com/banter and you can get a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, use the offer code BANTER and you'll save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So if you're, that's all. And that's all mobile optimized. You can do it from your phone. You could do it from your computer. And really easy to do stuff, you guys. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking about starting a website, definitely go to squarespace.com/banter for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch that website, you can use the offer code BANTER and save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
You can come up with a website where you just do alternative album name suggestions. And that could just be yours to have.
And for you and your friends to all laugh at and stuff.
You could have friends.
You can have a friend. Thank you, Squarespace. Squarespace, you can have a friend.
Squarespace, you're going to like the way your website looks.
Guys, thank you to Squarespace. Next up, we have MeUndies.
Oh, the best.
Ooh, love MeUndies. I just got some new ones. Did you get some new ones, Mike?
Dude, I put them on as soon as I rip open the package and I put them on.
Usually I'm not wearing underwear because why? We don't have to. So yeah, I do the same thing. I go to my mailbox and then I rip it open and put the underwear on right away.
Right at the mailbox in the common area.
Yeah, at the mailbox. Guys.
And I say special delivery, somebody order a medium-sized package. And I'm wearing a suit jacket and boxer shorts, and I'm trampsing around the place.
Summertime.
Heard of it?
Those are the days when visions of sunshine and surf dance through our heads. Probably now more than ever, as we've collectively molded into our couches. But we gotta keep the dream alive.
Shake your fist at the dream.
MeUndies is committed to the cause by keeping you in a constant stream of uninterrupted, dream-inducing underwear comfort.
Okay, I'll agree with it.
How do you reach this uninterrupted state of comfort, you ask? Well, with a membership from MeUndies. All the coolest people you know have a membership from MeUndies. And man, is it handy. Imagine this. Every month, the softest, coziest undies magically appear at your door.
Mm-hmm.
And as your undie collection grows, your laundry time lessens, and adulting gets that much easier.
Adulting is so much easier when your undercarriage is protected.
100%. 100%. Plus, a membership comes with site-wide savings, early access, and free shipping. Oh, and 0 reasons to ever leave your house. Just grab those new undies off the porch and get you right back to that summertime dreamins'. And MeUndies are made from micromodal and irresistibly soft, sustainable fabric that encases your nethers in a cloud of comfort. It's magically made from trees.
I don't understand it. I don't understand how it's made, but I do know how it feels.
Neither do I,
Rip
Mike.
open the package, and he used new micromodal fabric. What? It's like my wiener is dancing.
Dude, I find myself opening up a new package of MeUndies and screaming to Alana, "Honey, come feel this micromodal fabric. Stop what you're doing."
Sometimes I'll try to wear the package.
Wait. Open it. Alana, open it. What's happening?
Alana is social distancing from Steve.
What did you hear? A scream? Yeah, that was me. Alana and I have been social distancing. What? Oh, she thought I was a young girl. That's nice.
That's a cool new impression that you can do.
You better add young girl to your resume. So guys, MeUndies are also offered in a range of sizes from extra small to 4XL. There's something for everyone, and MeUndies has a great offer for you guys. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping.
You know what? It's almost like you should say MeUndies has an extra great offer for you guys, because the first great offer is getting this brand new soft-ass underpants delivered to your door on a monthly basis.
Yes. They're providing a service that's truly wonderful.
Essential.
And essential.
Yes.
MeUndies gives you that 15% off and free shipping for our first-time purchasers that are listening to this right now. And you got to give this super softness a try, especially because they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee, you guys. So to get your 15% off your first order, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/banter. That's MeUndies.com/banter. I'm wearing them right now. I'm wearing the special pair that they sent out that has like puppies on it. It's like all the puppies of the people that work at MeUndies.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Which ones am I wearing? I'm wearing their sushi and soy sauce.
Oh yeah, I just got those. Those are the new ones, right?
Yeah, I haven't taken them off yet. Dude, I don't remember the last time I wore underwear that wasn't MeUndies.
I know, same. I do not wear anything but MeUndies.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't try to change. All right, we got one more ad here, Mike.
Okay.
And thank God for that in a quarantine.
Yes.
That
means your boys are doing just okay.
Because every time I look out the window, I see a nude man in his window. And I'm thinking,
is that right?
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, why? Why are you standing at your open window in the nude?
Because there's no rules no more.
There's no rules. Dude, last night, this guy, like, Alana and I were just watching Cosmos, which is a fucking incredible show. You need to watch it.
Bill Cosmos?
Bill Cosmos. Picture pages. We're gonna go to some picture pages, and everyone will have a great time learning together. But last night we were watching something, and we had the window open, and I just suddenly heard, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I go out onto my balcony, and I expect to see a crazy person.
Yeah.
But it was like a dad walking a dog, like a normal dude, seemed pretty chill, and walking his dog and just like singing opera.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is different. The world is different.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to need attention that bad, but sometimes when everyone's forced to stay inside, you need a little bit of recognition.
Guys, let's talk about Quip really quick.
Oh,
and then we can get back to the show, but we love Quip.
Thank God for all three of these sponsors. Love Quip. Use Quip every single day to clean my mouth, and it's so important that you clean your mouth as best as you possibly can. So why not give yourself the best chance to clean your mouth in the best possible way? Put your mouth through a handheld car wash with Quip.
I want Quip in my mouth.
I want Quip in my mouth.
I had Quip in my mouth like 20 minutes ago.
I'd rather have a Quip than food most days.
Ryan, cut back to 20 minutes ago to prove I had a Quip in my mouth.
Hey, Luke, for the
video. Guys, has your morning or evening routine changed recently?
Oh.
Let's talk really quick about what is special about getting Quip oral care delivered to your home. Okay. And then we'll talk a little bit about why you use Quip, Mike.
Sounds like we got the rest of the show all planned out.
And why our listeners should too.
Simple,
so everyone,
3-step process.
Get your pencils ready. Let's talk about brushing our teeth for a second here. 75% of us carry the 8. 75% of us use old, worn-out bristles that are ineffective, and even more people forget to floss daily.
Yeah, man. What?
Come on, man!
You're not cleaning your chimney. It's your mouth.
You're fucking blowing it. Good health starts with good habits. Quip makes it easy by delivering all of the oral care essentials that you need to brush your teeth and floss better. The Quip electric toothbrush has timed sonic vibrations with 30-second pulses that guide a dentist-recommended 2-minute routine. And there's even a sized-down version designed for the kiddies. Paired with... Why is this guy naked? For so long in his window. Paired with Quip's anti-cavity toothpaste. In mint... What?
What kind?
What?
What kind of toothpaste?
Anti-cavity toothpaste, my friend.
Oh, never tried that.
In mint or watermelons. And you get all the ingredients teeth actually need and none they don't. Quip also has an eco-friendly refillable floss with a dispenser you keep for life. An expanding string that helps to keep the clean teeth.
It's not every day you get to clean something so important with a string.
You're right, Mike. Quip brush heads, toothpaste, and floss refills are automatically delivered on a dentist's recommended schedule. If you want to learn how to floss, you should be watching the video version of this because Mike just taught you how.
You like diagrams or not?
Guys, you're going to receive all of these things automatically and delivered on a dentist recommended schedule every 3 months for just $5 each.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a friendly reminder when it's time for a refresh and to stay committed to your oral health. And shipping is free. Join over 3 million happy customers and practice good oral care easily and affordably with Quip, starting at $25. And if you go to getquip.com/banter right now, you'll get your first refill for free, my friend. That's your first refill for free at getquip.com/banter, spelled GETQUIP.com/banter. Quip, the good habits company.
I wait for the taglines. That's my favorite.
Those are fun. All right, let's get back. Let's get back to the dang history roads. So Mary Jo Borger says a fun find. Hello, Mike and Steve. I was recently reading about obscure associations. Okay.
I'm in.
I came across Pickle Packers International and this fabulous video.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Well, I ran into some pickle packers. Really, a whole barrel full. And if you'll pardon the expression, they're having a sweet old time right here in Norfolk. In
What'd she
fact,
call
you
me?
won't find any sour pickles among this gathering of international pickle packers. They don't believe in taking life too seriously, just dilly-dallying around. Among all these small cucumbers is a big pickle with a message for the Reagan administration about the economic pickle
I can't
we're
handle
in.
all the puns.
Dude, this is when your town has zero crime. This is what the news has to do.
The pickle we're in, the Pickle Packers will send their Red Pickle Award to Budget Director David Stockman. It should feel right at home next to the jelly beans. And if that doesn't work, the pickle people have their own contacts in Washington.
We're fortunate to have two men in Congress now. There's Representative J.J. Pickle, 10th District of Texas. He was Lyndon Johnson's campaign manager. And then from Florida, we have Representative Claude Pepper. So
come on, man. Come on, bud. Come
We've
on,
got
man.
Billy Pickle and John Pepper, and we also have Billy Piper.
Dude, this is like when you have a conversation with your friends who maybe roast you a little too much, and you sit them down. You're like, listen, it's all fun and games, but once in a while, you guys really fucking hurt my feelings. So please just don't anymore. And then everybody agrees. And then that person steps outside and immediately does what the other people were making fun of. That's what this feels
They can't help it. They can't help it, Mike.
Holy shit. You guys promise not to laugh at me rhyming anymore. It's this neurological thing I have where I have to rhyme. Okay. You promise? It hurts my feelings. You promise. Okay, well, let me tell you about what I did this weekend. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled pepper. Okay, get the fuck out. Go home.
This man named John Pepper and his friend Fred Pickle met with their other friend Peter Piper. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we can't hang out anymore, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Madison Holt sends an email. Thank you for sharing that weird pickle.
Yes, very funny. You know what's so funny? If there was like a documentary where it went back and forth from the year 2020 to whenever that was, you know?
Yes.
And it was like, this is how news was this day.
Wow, we've got
30 years ago.
We're in a real pickle today
Yeah.
at the Heinz Pickle Factory.
And then you fast forward to like the president is on TV. Donald Trump's on TV. Is like, you're stupid. And the media is stupid.
No, I won't talk to you. You're dumb. You're hurting my feelings. You're dumb. Yes, the dumb lady here, the dumb woman.
The media is the enemy of the people. And then it goes back 30 years. And Peter Picker and Sean Dr.
CEO
Peck.
of John's Pickles is Peter Piper, if you'll believe it.
Fast forward 35 years. I'll go to war with any country. There's a pandemic. No one leave your house. We're back 35 years. And we're in a real pickle here at the Pickle Festival.
Little Joey in this small neighborhood found a pack of kittens, and we're going to be talking to him later on today.
Well, I just found the kittens, and they look like they needed a home or a place to stay. Everybody needs love.
Coming up, we're going to be visiting a real pickle.
Fast forward 35 years, and there's no cure for the disease, and everybody has it.
You don't have to wear a mask. I don't wear a mask.
Inject bleach light into your eyes.
Inject Pierce into your mouth. That's the only way. That's the only way. All right. Madison Holt sends a history road saying, "Hey, BB boys, my name is Maddie Holt, and I'm from Richmond, Virginia. Honk, honk.
1, 2.
I've been collecting...
Old for piss?
I've been collecting bad names. I've been collecting bad names on Bumble ever since Steve said that he hated Aiden's. This literally only took 1 week. There are quite a few small gentlemen with bad names. Maybe you should have Mike guess what they look like. You boys should make
pictures.
There are pictures. I'm looking at them. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I'll send these to Ryan so he can pop them up. Unless do you want me to show them to you also? Once you've
after I guess.
After you guess? Okay, I'll try to figure out how to do that. All right, you boys can make a dating app because I am tired of people who get my DB references.
You can make a dating app with Squarespace.
I love you guys so much. I've been watching ever since Philly D announced SourceFed, and I have supported you both since then. I am currently registering to the re-listening to the First Time Shows Lost podcast with my roommate, and it's even funnier the second time. Well, thank you.
Nice. Thank you very much for your love and support.
Much love, a 2-honk quarantine girl.
1, 2 for her.
Much love to Maddie. We love you too. Okay, so here we go.
Stop being on Bumble during the quarantine.
Yeah, serious. This first gentleman's name, I'll tell you his age, and then I'll tell you his name. He's a 25-year-old named Brantley.
Okay, he's blonde-haired, white kid, pretty good build, maybe a little on the shorter side, but he has a human head, and the bottom half is a yacht.
Correct. Oh, you forgot to mention the cocaine.
It's he looks like a very nice man. He looks like he takes pictures at JCPenney or something like that.
Look at Brantley.
Hey man, you got no, you don't have a choice.
What do you call that guy?
That's more fuck your parents than, that's not we can't blame him.
Okay, this next
growing up Brantley.
This next eligible bachelor's age is also 25. Okay, so they're all around the age of 25, and his name. And you sure this isn't like a username? Because
Brantley 259.
It says Big Glow Shay.
So maybe his name is Glow Shay.
It could be Glow Shay, and he's calling himself Big Glow Shay.
I'm picturing like a male Glozell. Like some kind of funky hair color. Is there a funky hair color?
I don't know.
He doesn't look too big. I was picturing like fat, big.
What is this, a Big Glow Shay for ants?
Dude, my grandma's been working on it all day. She's been knitting a Big Glow Shay. It has the family crest in the middle of it.
Now, you're ordering the Glow Shay. Now, there's a couple of size options here. There's a medium and big. Okay, this next person's name is Taylo. Now, hold on. Let me spell it for you. Tayloe. Taylor.
Okay. I'm picturing a red-headed hippie with a ponytail. And maybe some kind of what's it called? The constellations? Maybe a tattoo of the constellations.
Sure. Like an astrology
Yes,
tattoo.
An astrology tattoo or like a tarot card tattoo. Does he have red hair, dude? Does he have red hair or a ponytail? He looks like Jim Belushi.
He looks like Ryan Farroki and Jim Belushi.
He does. Yeah, he looks like mean Ryan Farroki.
This is Ryan Farroki's Bizarro version. Why is his profile picture, why does it also have his friend Gary in it?
Gary's gonna come.
If
we match, Gary's coming.
We're a package deal.
I hope you're cool with Gary being there because he's coming.
Listen, we're a dynamic duo. Taylor and Gary.
You've heard of all the dynamic Batman and Robin, Bonnie and Clyde, Taylor and Gary.
Dude, that was my favorite Disney cartoon in the 90s. Taylor and Gary.
Taylor and Gary is the one where they go to space and the old guy drinks.
That's the one. Okay, this next person is 25, and his name is, I think, Wad.
He's a little nerd, and his picture is him stuffed into a locker, and he looks like Squints from The Sandlot. Wad has to be a cool nickname for some kind of like exotic. Oh, Wad is maybe it's like an Indian thing. Is he Indian?
He could be, yeah.
Or Armenian?
He could be.
That's a good shape up. He looks like an off-duty wrestling manager.
Yeah, he does.
Like he would get out of a limousine with two fighter-looking boys.
Okay, there's 40 more of these, Mike. So let's bear through.
Wad.
Just kidding. There's only one more, and this person's name is Yoan. Yoan. Like Yoan Rivers.
Yoan. I'm picturing somebody who's barefoot.
Uh-huh.
And maybe teaches some kind of like holistic medicine class.
Okay.
On the weekends.
Okay.
And has like a weird pet, like a ferret that lives around his neck.
Okay.
And maybe looks kind of like Yanni. I was picturing longer hair. I didn't picture that. That looks like a Ryan.
Yeah.
Royan. Why, dude, if you have a dating profile, look up.
Why don't you look at the camera? Yeah.
No one's going to fall in love with your forehead, Brar. Look at.
Next
dude,
up, this boy's name is Brar. This is Brar, and he's 27.
Take that with you, though, man. If you're single, so important to make a connection with somebody's eyes.
Yeah, eyes are a very important thing that a lot of people connect with in a emotional and a spiritual.
They're the windows to your butt. Dude, can I make a request for content?
Of course.
Can I get the open eyes, close eyes guy giving dating advice? making a good first impression?
Right now or eventually?
Right now.
Okay, let's do it. All right. Good morning and welcome to my instruction how to enjoy a perhaps date with an enjoyment of one more person. Chapter 1. If you are going to take a picture for a profile on social program, then please, first you must open eyes. Look right to camera with eyes open wide as can be. You want everyone to look down into your eyes because this is how humans make connection to each other. Emotional, long-lasting, good for life. Take about 13, 14 photos and don't blink in any of them. Don't blink yet until you've taken 14 photos, please. Don't worry about smile. Smile is never anything anyone will ever look at.
Don't get braces to fix crooked tails.
In research we've done here, we've found no one looks at mouth. No one looks at mouth.
Mouth, not huge deal.
All right, let's move on. History Road. This History Road's called... Sam Walters says, "Hey, BB boys. Recently, at work, I came across an interesting finding while scanning the room. I really thought for a second that a G was a C and was very ecstatic to find dugout cum in my workplace. I was wondering if there are any alternative names to this that you can think of, a la locker room jizz, etc."
Locker room. You want us to come up with different names for locker room jizz?
I don't get it.
Shower spunk?
So he thought that this said...
Dugout cum.
Where does... What? He sent an image.
This is what I think it looks like. I made you guys some.
Oh, God, it's this, it's the, it's a double bubble container, and then right here it says...
It does look like it says...
Dugout cum.
Yeah. I wasn't fully on board until I saw the image. Because it does have a leak.
You ever have a game get canceled because they find dugout cum?
All right. We're gonna need to put the tarp over the field. We don't want to ruin the grass with this dugout cum.
All right. Wow, there's quite a lot of long stories. But
okay.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's read it. This one comes from Luke Ludbrook. He says, "Hi, Steve and Mike. This is my history."
Sounds like a bully. That's a bully name.
Oh, here comes Luke Ludbrook. Ludbrook?
I don't want to take that way home. That's Luke's way home.
Ludbrook! Okay, he says, "This is my history road entitled The Leal Box O' Nightmares." You got that, Mike?
Yes.
This story is entirely true, unfortunately. Whoa. What a way to start your story.
It's an actual box of nightmares.
I found an actual box of nightmares. And now I'm cursed. Please help me.
Somebody's been saving them up in their closet.
Is it true that if you put a nightmare into a jar, it'll stay in there and you could joke your friends with it? You could gag your friends.
Smells like somebody opened up a jar of nightmares.
Come on.
Check the date on that jar of nightmares.
It was back in 2014, about 2 months into my first year of university. I was just a small, somewhat socially inept boy trying to maneuver my way through life in a new city. Like a majority of first-year students, I lived in student accommodation. The building I lived in had 13 floors and 2 elevators. One of them was broken almost all of the time. Plus,
like on that show, A Large Bang. Not unlike the sitcom Large Bang.
Large Bang.
Small Sheldon interacts with
that
large
show,
Bang.
that show where the guy yells bazooka. Plus, there were well over 200 students living in the building, so the chance of being in an elevator alone was pretty slim. Nothing quite like the special kind of awkwardness reserved for silent elevator rides with strangers. So it's about 11:30 one night, and I'm chilling in my room, feeling kind of bored and hungry. At the foot
Next thing I know, I'm like, I could use a good elevator ride.
In West Philadelphia. At the foot of the building was a small supermarket, so I decided to slip on my shoes and head down to buy some snacks or whatever. I lived on the 6th floor, and most of the time, I'd take the stairs when heading down. In a half-hearted attempt to compensate for taking the elevator up almost exclusively for the entire year. However, this particular evening, I decided I was going to treat myself and take the elevator, unaware of the mistake I was about to make. The corridors were dead, and I stopped to observe the silence for a moment. Perhaps I thought there was a chance of a solo elevator ride. I pressed the button and waited. I watched with bated breath as the numbers fell. 8, 7, 6. The doors parted. There it was, the empty elevator, my little box of solitude. I stepped in and hit the button and take me to the ground floor. The elevator groaned as it began to descend. I stood against the back wall and thought about potential snack options as it came to a stop. No. What the fuck? I thought, looking at the number 5, indicating the floor I was on. The doors pulled themselves apart reluctantly, and 2 guys and a girl piled in. They were all right, with the warm buzz of pre-drinking.
It's my favorite Pornhub title, by the way. 2 guys and a girl pile in.
They were alight. Sorry, is what he said. But yes, two girls and 1 guy, 1 broken elevator. They were alight with the warm buzz of pre-drinking on their way to the club. A stark contrast from me in my hoodie, shorts, and worn-out Nikes.
Looking for snacks.
On my way to buy Doritos, which I planned to eat whilst I continued to binge watch Seinfeld alone.
Bazooka! Bazooka!
The only thing worse than being in a cramped cubicle with strangers is when you're stuck with drunk strangers. I thought as they stepped in laughing among themselves, one of the guys was significantly more drunk than the other guy and girl.
Or acting like it.
I mean, like visibly wasted. This elevator was pretty small. I'm talking 6 people max. That's a 6-boy elevator horn honk. The super drunk dude stands.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the first time we've had a 6-boy elevator honk on the show?
That is someone who's working on the bit glossary.
Dude, after fucking 205 episodes or whatever it's been, it's nice to still have a first.
It is nice to have some firsts. He says the drunk dude stands next to me because of course he fucking does. His friends stand over by the door. He's so drunk that he leans against the back wall face first.
Like in the Blair Witch Project.
Resting his head on it. Yeah, like the Blair Witch Project. He was facing me, breathing audibly through his mouth. Kind of like how James Gandolfini used to breathe through his nose and you could hear it.
Imagine James Gandolfini breathing through his nose, through his mouth. And that's what it sounded like.
Everybody knows what that sounds like.
Here's my James Gandolfini impression. Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Gabagoo, gabagoo!
The fuck. probably not fun to listen to.
His eyes were closed. I looked at him as his friends made small talk with each other. Is this motherfucker asleep? I wondered in amazement. I figured his loud-ass breathing was actually snoring. I looked over at his friends and then back at him. As I moved my gaze back towards him, he let out a muffled cough/burp. Uh-oh.
You know what's to come next.
Dude, this is a nightmare for me.
Nightmare Box.
Nightmare Box. Remember Tim Burton's Nightmare Box?
This has been The Nightmare Box by Rod Sterling.
Rod Stewart's Nightmare Box.
Rod Stewart.
That's pretty fucking gross, I thought. His friends heard it and laughed. And in the blink of an eye, he twitched and a hot waterfall of beige vomit launched from his perpetually open mouth,
Always
shooting
beige.
onto the wall that his cheek and my back rested upon.
No. Nope.
I mean, what do you do, Mike?
Oh, that's a hot and ready not be nice.
Yeah, that's...
Welcome back. Tell this guy he won, by the way.
What the fuck? I yelled as I lunged towards his friends. A step away on the other side of the elevator. The elevator was still somehow undergoing its hellishly sluggish descent.
We were somewhere around the 145th floor.
Dude, I think I'd kill myself.
Start jumping up and down the elevator.
Yeah. Man, and I'm sure it felt like it was going even slower because of
God.
that.
Yeah.
The guy continued to fling his stomach lining against the back wall.
My dad just quit. The podcast.
Which quickly began to form a puddle in his half of the floor.
No. Nope.
I huddled into his friends, not to support them, but in an attempt to use them as puke deflectors. The last two floors went by painfully slow as I concentrated on dodging the chunky mess he was relentlessly producing, despite only being a foot away from him.
Dude, the distancing.
You gotta social distance. I'm not gonna read these anymore if you guys are gonna be irresponsible.
Wear your mask while you're typing out your history road.
I heard the elevator sink to the floor, click into position, and open its doors. I bolted out of this little box of nightmares. Little box of nightmares, little box. And looked back at the hellscape it had become. I checked myself over in a state of panic, fearing I was covered in this guy's lunch. Hoodie was clean, shorts also. My bare legs had managed to avoid the dreaded splashback from his forceful puke stream hitting the metal walls. I peered down at my sneaks, fearing they'd been painted beige. I saw 2 small specks of puke, but that was it. The vomit was everywhere, yet I was practically unscathed. Even though I was stood next to him, whilst he aggressively threw up at me, I grabbed some tissues from the toilet, wiped away the vom specks from my shoes, and carried on into the cold night, haunted by my time in the Lille box of nightmares.
Beautifully written, by the way.
Thank you, Mike and Steve. Love the podcast. Keep doing your thing. Love you, boys. Bye.
So sorry that happened, man. We've all had to throw up. We've all had people throw up on them.
We've all been in that position.
You know, my friend Felicia, it happened to her at a work party once. Her coworker threw up on her, and then it was like, how do you act the next day, you know?
What was that like for them the next day? Was that
I don't remember the end of the story.
And this has been?
That was.
All right. Well, let's end it there because that's a great one to end on. And
that is great.
we'll probably just go back to regular History Roads after this and just reading 1 or 2 in the end of the show or whatever. But we'll try to dig through into the old ones a little bit. But for the most part, we'll be checking out the new stuff.
But that was great. Thank you so much for
those. That
was
great.
It was very nice. And thank you to all the sponsiers. Dude, thank you guys so much for listening to us and bearing through us through the what will forever be known as the Zoom era of dynamic banter.
Yep.
Won't last forever. But
the Zoom days.
The Zoom days. And you know what? For the past couple of weeks, I hated it at first. And the past couple of weeks have been really good, really fun conversation, at least to me. So I appreciate you, Steve. We had a fucking great month last month with t-shirts and hoodies and stuff. So I definitely want to make sure we said thank you on this episode for that. And we love you guys. We look forward to doing it every week. And good bit at the beginning of the show about maybe ruining your favorite day of the week. And we hope to do that for a long time to come.
And ditto to everything Mike said. I think it's been fine. We've been having fun still, despite the weirdness and despite the awkwardness of being on a fucking video call.
Yeah.
But I think Mike and I might be ready to like carefully be in the same room soon.
And I'm gonna sleep over for a week and a half and see how that feels.
We're just gonna test it out and see who gets COVID first. So
does that person win or lose?
You decide. In our new game show called Win or
Lose. We got a pilot for the Game Show Network on a show called Win or Lose.
Everyone loves it. It's a hit. Same guys that named Mickey's Fun Jokes or whatever the fuck it's called. Mickey's Fun Songs.
Mickey is singing now, the record.
And now is a Mickey song. Anyway, well, thank you guys. And also, Mike was mentioning the merch stuff, and we really appreciate you guys buying that merch because it's cool stuff, and it's like a little badge of coolness that you're in the secret DB club. So if you want to check out some cool shit that we're selling from the podcast, go to dynamicbanter.clothing to check that out. And what else is going on? Let's see. First Time Show is back. The show where Brett and I watch TV shows. Owen's not on this season, but Alana's with us, and we're watching The Leftovers, which is quite a depressing show. And we're really digging in.
Analyzing every episode.
Yeah, we're having fun with it. But it's every Monday on the Valleycast channel, or like on iTunes. You just type in the Valleycast and it's in that feed. Nice. But anyway, yeah, anything you want to plug, Mike? Or
me and Zoya have a podcast every Monday called Welcome to Our Podcast that is now on Spotify, and I've been putting out videos on every Tuesday and Friday. Stand-up comedy stuff, Mike in the morning, all sorts of fun things.
Hell yeah, I love it. I'm so proud of you.
Proud of us.
I'm proud of our love.
Happy we're still alive.
All right, everybody. Well, listen, thank you once again for listening to the show, and we'll catch you next time on Dynamic Banter. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.